Hey there, welcome to Lee's Comic Art Channel, and I have another unboxing for you today. I got two packages this week, one from Catskills Comics, I believe it's Catskills Comics, um, that I bought from before, and then another from the Amateur Dueling Dealers about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so from Jeff. So we'll start off with the first one I received that I mentioned, which I'll do again in chronological order. Okay, so Catskills Comics, they represent a few artists that they have for quite a while. Most notably, like Brooke Reading, Ramona Fredon, who they would release all those little 6x6 black and white pencil sketches from, which I picked up a few of them in the past. Every once in a while, they'll post some, published comic art on there, and this is not necessarily published comic art, but it caught my eye, and it popped up in my CAF want list. Let me see if I can do this without putting my back towards the camera. There we go. Okay, so again, I'm not one much for buying commissions or unpublished items, so I thought this was pretty cool looking. I like sometimes I like all pencils. That's like the medium that I do because I can't ink, I can't paint. So I mean, maybe I could ink if I was just inking over my pencils, and I can't paint for sure. But I believe the artist name on this is Michael Beck, and I had picked up one other page from him, thanks to Carl making me aware of them having some of his Jonah Hex pages on sale. But his pencil work, the detail is amazing. And this one just happens to be have Batman and Robin on it, and the Penguin too. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, here it goes. Michael Beck. Oh, actually, it's Batman and Robin versus Joker, Penguin, and Two-Face. Okay, let's see if they're all on here. Oh yeah, they are. How about that? Okay. And this is actually on the cardboard. How about that? So yeah, this is a pretty cool detailed item. And you got a pretty scary looking Batman coming down out of the sky there. He's got this mean ass face on him. And Joker is actually the one, I guess, with the guns right there. And I didn't realize it at first because I think the ad had mentioned Penguin. Or maybe I just, I saw the Penguin and I just was like, oh wow, I gotta have this. Now, I know that Michael Beck sometimes does his preliminaries really tight like this, and then he goes and paints it. I'm not as sure exactly what the process is for painting, because he doesn't paint over the prelims. But that leads me to believe that this is possibly a prelim. Maybe this is something that he solicited out there to offered it to DC as a cover. I'm not sure, but it is a cover quality type of image. And the detail is just amazing. I love that old car. Two-Face in the back with his gun there. So you got like three major villains versus Batman and Robin. And Robin was giddy face on his motorcycle. Tons of detail on this thing. The lighting is awesome. The skew with the buildings in the background. It's just, as soon as I saw this, I pretty much I pulled the trigger immediately. And I saw it soon after them posting it on there, so probably within a half hour of them posting it, I saw my email, because I don't always, I'm not one of those ones that's constantly checking my emails or anything like that. But when it's on a day that I'm home, I'm going through my emails, and the timing just had to be right, because I would have believed that a lot of other Batman fans would have loved to have picked this up too, because I think it's just that striking of an image. It's definitely cover quality. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually this makes it on one of those DC variant covers or something like that. But even if it doesn't, I just love it. The detail is amazing. It's something worth for sure hanging on my wall. So that's Michael Beck, guys, and the size is pretty good too. I would say this board is probably like a 16 by 20 or so. So it's got probably 1.5 borders around there. So that would take away 3. So we'd probably make it somewhere around 14 by 17 or so, which is a kind of odd size. I don't know. Maybe that's proportionate to a comic size when you scan, reduce it, but it doesn't really sound like that to me. Matter of fact, actually, so just 12. Okay, so 12 by 17. Again, odd size, but I guess this size good enough for bleed. And I got a signature of Michael Beck over there on the side. Okay, so that's my first item. I was really thrilled with that, especially since I like pencils so much. And the pencils and the shading on this is just so awesome. If you can see it. And I actually, as goofy as it might seem, I kind of love that Batman there. I love that pose that he's in, that as he's falling from the sky. It kind of reminds me of more like horror stuff, like a Dracula or vampire or something to that effect. So that's my first piece. I did spend a good amount of time on that, describing it, because I was so thrilled to pick that one up and gotten it. Okay, so my second piece, as I mentioned, my second package, as I mentioned before, I received from Jeff through the recent Dueling Dealers show on CAF. I'm not so crazy about Jeff's packaging. It makes me a little nervous when I see a little tear here. That's not good. I see a buckle and folds here, so I'm hoping that the artwork inside is good. But Jeff, if you get to see this video, you need to adjust your packaging. Just using, I know I've never had a problem, and I sent my stuff USPS priority mail, and so I use their flattened box, and I put some cardboard in between there, and I don't have a problem. So it looks like there's plenty of space in here, which is good. So let's try this here. Yeah, and he does have, he's got the priority mail boxes, like, in between, essentially enveloping the artwork. So I think it'll probably be fine. Okay, pieces are a lot smaller than I thought they were. I probably wasn't paying as much attention to the auction as I could have. I can't remember if they show the pieces, they hold them up while they're also showing them on the screen. I'm sure they had the description on there, because I know that Bill is usually really good at that. But as far as amateur dealers, I think this, actually it's like 11 by 17. My first amateur dealer's purchase, I believe. I don't think I bought anything else off amateur dealers. Or amateur dueling dealers. Okay. We'll just go with the smaller piece of art. Actually, yeah, so Jeff threw in so I was one of the first people to purchase from him. Well, actually, it was the item that I bought was, I think, the second item on his list. So he had 3 freebies that he threw in, and because everybody waits until a recap, mine was actually, I was like, I think I was the second person to to make a purchase, and I probably would have grabbed what the first person grabbed because it was an inked picture. But this was kind of interesting because it's a Matteo Scalera preliminary for cover, irredeemable number 35 cover. So, you know, let me take it out of it. Get too much glare there. Got it in a plastic top loader. So yeah, nice for a free item, right? Can't complain there. Jeff has got a nice little note in here. Oh, this is actually a note from the inker of this piece. So next item, is a nice Dick Giordano Batman, and it's so it was the pencil was done in 2009 by Dick, one of my favorite Batman artists, and then the ink was done by Craig Hamilton in 2019. And Jeff included this this note from Craig Hamilton. Jeffrey, thanks so much for the opportunity to ink this awesome Dick Giordano Batman. It truly meant a lot to me. Thank you for your support and interest in my art and for our ongoing friendship. So I guess Craig Hamilton is one of his friends. But signed by Dick and Craig in the bottom there. It's interesting because it's a pencil by Dick, and Dick usually was inking other people's pencils, of course, but also he did a lot of penciling himself, especially in the 70s. Did a lot of Batman covers, other covers and such. But yeah, nice detail on here. I'm not sure how finished the pencils were because, you know, they're covered obviously by the inks, but I can see Dick Giordano's style in that drawing. So very happy with that. And that's how it looks like. It's on an 8.5 by 11. Oh, it's a 9 by 12. Yeah, so it's a 9 by 12. So that was the first one I bought on that show. And that's the one that got me the freebie. And then the second one I purchased, but I don't have something from this team. And they are one of my favorite teams on Superman because they were so involved with the Death of Superman storyline, all those triangle books from the early to mid 90s that DC did. We've got a Tom Grummett and Hazelwood, Doug Hazelwood Superman here. It's from what they were telling me on there. I do remember there being a cover they did with Superman where he's got the longer hair. And he's in that position. So what they did was they just gave him the short hair there. But yeah, this is on 11 by 17. So it's a nice size. It really fills up the page. And I had forgotten how much it filled up the page because I was thinking, oh, it would be nice to have backgrounds on it. But you know what? It might not be necessary here. Such nice style. Such a great, great lines. And a really nice image of Superman's face on there too. These guys just do a top-notch job with Superman. This is, you couldn't really ask for much more from a commission. And I've never seen either of them at a show that I remember. So I've never had the opportunity to actually get anything directly from them. So this is nice to get. Okay, so yeah, it was done in 2018 and 2019 by Tom Grummett and Doug Hazelwood. So that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed my show. And I'll be back soon, maybe next with something a little bit different than an unboxing. But we'll see. Okay? Take care.